Okay, now, I thought some of you might be venturing into the wilderness this summer for the sole purpose of becoming one with nature.
We just call that camping, Mr. Perkins.
Camping's a fancy word, Jake. Tents, sleeping bags, pots, pans, maps, compass. What happens when all that goes away? No food, no way of knowing where you are. How do you survive?
I get on my cell phone and order a pizza.
You're lucky I like you, Marco.
Is that thin and crispy or deep dish? Hand tossed.
Now, I've hiked cross country 3 times, and I can tell you, nothing ever goes the way you plan when you're in the middle of nowhere. So, for tomorrow, I want you to come up with 5 techniques that you think would help a person survive when they're in the wilderness. Here's one example you can't use. Now, these crickets can be found in any local forest or wilderness area, and are an excellent source of nourishment.
What? That was great.
That could have been one of us.
That's what you get for eating crickets.
Yeah. 557 here. Look, I'll take care of things on my end. You won't see me for the rest of the day. I'll be in class tomorrow.
Hi, my name's Jake. I thought I knew who I was. A kid who liked to do normal things. You know, go to school, play video games, hang out with my friends. But the other night, my whole life changed when my friends and I were given the power to morph. You know, change shapes, become animals. So now Marco, Cassie, Tobias, my cousin Rachel and I can become dogs, cats, tigers, hawks, anything. Pretty cool, right? Not when you're the only thing between a bunch of mind-controlling alien yerks and the end of the world. You can't tell anybody because you never know who's a yerk and who's not. All I know is, now I'm an Animorph.
So, I see Perkins living like he's at death's door. And I just sit there and watch him. I don't even go to help him or ask him if everything's okay because he might be a yerk. I'm losing myself here, guys.
And may you never find you.
Rachel, I'm serious.
I'm sorry. In class today, I thought Perkins was trying to tell us something. Like he knows something about us.
Where'd you get that?
Well, why is he all of a sudden talking about survival and being without food and water and stuff? It's just weird.
No, wait. Perkins is cool. Right, Jake? Right, Jake?
Freedom!
Somebody say something.
Freed controller.
Look. A guy said he could be a controller. Should we do something before he sees her?
He already has.
Freedom! Free yourselves!
We're going in. Marco, distraction. Axe, Cassie, clear the barn. Come on, Rachel, let's go. Prince Jake. Prince Jake. Come on. Axe, come on.
Free yourselves! Hey. Yerk!
What's up with her?
It's okay. She's a friend of ours. We'll get her home.
Great. Even better.
This is 3. Do you know why I assigned the Earth invasion to you?
Because of my proven expertise in...
Because any fool could have done it. You're at the top of the list.
It's under control, Visser. Well, we have had our setbacks.
Setbacks? You call the controller's destruction a setback?
But because of our energy needs, we've transported the human controllers to the mothership's Yerk pool. It's cloaked just above the Earth's atmosphere.
But you can't possibly re-energize every controller.
Which is why I've ordered high-ranking Yerks to be re-energized first. They will eliminate any controller whose Yerk is near death. I also plan to use the Earth's media to calm suspicion, calling it a flu. A very contagious flu.
From now on, I expect only forward progress. Any more setbacks will result in termination, and I don't mean from your duties.
Of course, Visser. Of course.
Well, that rescue went smoothly.
Best one yet.
We tried. Sorry it didn't go so well.
We were ready for her.
I've got some news.
They've called a truce and they've decided to go home.
Just fill us in, Axe. I heard a few reports about a flu epidemic on the radio. The reporters are saying it's highly contagious. The authorities are quarantining all those that are infected.
A new way for Yerks to get hosts?
Maybe Perkins has his flu.
Tom's been kind of sick.
And we just saw a freed controller.
You know, the Kandrona was the Yerk's main energy source. Maybe they're getting sick without it.
But we destroyed the Kandrona weeks ago. Why is this just happening now?
That was not the only Kandrona. Perhaps the Yerks have been using another source that has finally broken down.
This is big, you guys. Controllers suddenly free and human again? At first, people will just think they're crazy.
But after 20, 30, maybe 100 people start yelling about Yerks.
There's no way they can keep that covered up.
And maybe everybody will finally see. The truth is out there.
Teacher, Perkins. I put him in charge of rounding up the student hosts.
And what about Innis 335, the one in the host body of Tom?
Don't worry about Tom. He's on our priority list. Perkins is to take him to the new pickup spot tonight.
Good. We must work quickly. We can't afford to lose any more. Freed controllers must not be allowed to survive and reveal the secrecy of our invasion. Is that understood?
Yes, Visser.
Here you go, Tom. Okay. You should try and take a nap after you eat.
It's just a stupid bug, Mom.
Okay.
Thanks for the soup.
Hi, guys. How was school?
Average. How's Tom?
It was some sort of flu hit him out of nowhere.
We've heard it's going around.
I think it's time we take Tom to the barn.
And tie him up like we did with you until the slug slides out.
It worked for me, didn't it?
Yeah, but that was different.
How was that different? Is it just because you didn't get your mother back last time that I can't get my brother back this time? Huh? Is that it?
No way, Jake. I'm with you all the way. But your brother is looking pretty sick in that bed. How are we gonna get him past your mom?
Wait till she falls asleep.
Tom, where do you think you're going?
Looks like we're already too late.
You're sick.
Fine, Mom. There's a sharing meeting that I can't miss, and my friend's waiting for me outside. I'm feeling a lot better.
Tom!
Tom!
Jake, don't do this. Let him go.
Let him go too many times. Tom, come back! I'm not gonna let you go! Oh, I know everything about you and the sharing. I know everything!
What are you doing? Jake, my friend, that was way too close.
I'll take him from here.
Where are you taking me?
To the pickup site.
It's not supposed to be this far away.
There's been a change in plan. Don't exhaust yourself by asking questions.
You won't get away with this.
I've been through this myself, Tom. You're gonna feel really bad, but pretty soon, you're gonna be your old self again.
We'll track you down. You know we'll get you again. There's nowhere to run, Perkins. There's nowhere to go.
Well, tomorrow, you'll join me running to nowhere, and there'll be others.
You'll never get enough. You'll be all alone, and you'll never be able to trust anybody. Your efforts are futile.
So are yours. Why don't you make it easier on yourself and relax? Chicken soup?
I said I was with you all the way.
It's Perkins. He's on our side.
I know, I heard. He's got it under control.
I want to go help him.
No. It's too risky. Tom's still a controller. He can't see you till this is over. We'll come back. I promise.
Okay, let's go. You won't believe it.
Jake, we've been wondering what happened to you guys.
I was about to go looking for you two.
Perkins has Tom.
Perkins is a freed controller.
That's great. How'd that happen?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that I saw Perkins make Tom soup.
Perkins has Tom tied up in his shack in the woods, and he's taking care of him till the Yerk dies.
This is wonderful, Jake. We get Tom back. How long's Tom been sick for?
For 2 days already.
That means his Yerk should be out by tomorrow afternoon.
I'm sorry, Prince Jake, but once Tom is free, he'll have to leave here. The Yerks won't stop until they get him. They know where he lives.
He can fake it, but pretend he's a controller.
And we'll look out for him.
But he's gonna have to go back to the Kandrona. He'll never make it through the sensors.
Couldn't keep that up for long. They'd find him out.
Once a controller, always a controller? Is that what you're saying?
No, it can't be like that. You make it seem like there's nothing we can do.
No way. Let's not go there, guys. We don't stop fighting because we think the odds are impossible.
Because what we're doing is impossible. I mean, fighting an alien race, but we're doing it and we're getting somewhere.
We kicked a lot of Yerk's butt.
I say we make a plan to help Tom once he's free.
We'll bring him here.
We'll get him some supplies to take with him, some food, a sleeping bag.
That's still risky. The Yerks could get to him before we do. This could all be an elaborate trap. We have no way of knowing for sure if Tom's really a free controller.
But don't worry about that part. I'll know when I see him. I'll know if it's Tom.
Tom, feeling okay this morning? Tom, I'm coming in, okay, honey? Jake? Did Tom leave already?
He's not home. We went on that sharing camping trip, remember?
I didn't realize the sharing meeting was an overnight camping trip.
Yeah, he went with his friend, the guy with the gray van.
I never would let him go if he told me that.
He said he'd be back tomorrow. I'm sure the camping will make him a new man.
Don't forget to read Chapter 7 for next class. Have a good weekend.
Mr. Perkins, I want to ask you something about survival in the woods.
Jake, we're gonna be late.
Go ahead, Jake.
Where do you like to go camping?
Lately, I've been going to Milton Park. It's good hiking there. You probably like it.
You gotta check it out sometime.
Thanks, Mr. Perkins.
What are you trying to do in there? Blow our cover? Just let it all play out.
I just wanted to thank you.
I know I'd want to do the same. What?
I just saw Tom.
What?
It didn't work. He's still a controller. We have to warn Perkins.
Man, it's too late.
No, there's still time.
Jake, we do something now and the Yerks will know that we're kids at the school.
That's a chance I'm willing to take. We need more people on our side. You know we do. I owe it to Perkins. Come on.
Mr. Perkins. Bet you didn't expect to see me here.
Tom, you're looking well.
No thanks to you, Mr. Perkins.
Chapman. I don't know what you're referring to. You might be mistaken.
Like I said, Perkins, there's nowhere to run.
Get him out of here! He is not to be reinfested. He is to be eliminated.
Perkins.
Andalite, when are you going to stop hiding behind your pathetic morphing powers and show yourself? You have the advantage now, Andalite, but you'll never win. A tiger? We were defenseless.
How fortunate for Perkins that a wild animal should appear in the right place at just the right time.
Yes, isn't it? Innis 226 not only failed to see that Perkins was a freed controller, and that he was attempting to abduct other controllers to form a resistance with, but he also failed to recognize that at least one of the renegade Andalites has been using the school as a cover.
Well, Innis 226. I've had my suspicions about an Andalite at the school for some time.
I have an idea.
Yes?
Mr. Perkins? It's Jake.
Jake. Had an idea you'd find me here.
I brought you some supplies, some food. It should last for a while.
I appreciate it. I don't know what I'm gonna need.
You're the master of survival in the wilderness. What are you worried about?
I think you know.
So where does that put us?
In the same position, I think. We both know too much, Jake. Maybe the less we talk to each other, the safer we are.
That's okay, I'll do it.
Then again, maybe we should share information when we think it could be useful to each other. Good, Jake. You've always been smart. After everything you and your friends did for me, it's only fair I go first. I know about the Andalite disc. Mr. 3 has it. It's close to unlocking it, Jake. It's closer than you think.
Mr. Perkins. My turn. You know that tiger in your classroom?
Jake, don't. However you did what you did, I thank you. You don't owe me an explanation. If anything, I still owe you. Besides, I have a pretty vivid imagination.
How can we contact you?
I'll find you. Take care, Jake. Best of luck.
You too, Mr. Perkins.
You won't regret saving me, Jake. Whatever happens, never give up.
That goes for you too.
Deal.
We'd risked a lot by saving Mr. Perkins, but it paid off. We still have a ways to go in our battle against the Yeerks, but that's not going to keep us from doing things the right way. Even if it means saving the world only one person at a time.